This man, Ola, a panabita in Lagos, have spent 8 years in prison after he was arrested for failing to stop criminals being chased by Nigerian soldiers. Can you imagine, guys? This world is unfair, but Nigeria is double the unfair. Well, sometimes in May 2014, Ola was on his way back from work when he saw some people running by him. A few seconds later, soldiers ran after those persons. To his dismay, the soldiers returned angrily and questioned him why he didn't stop the persons that ran by him. He explained to the soldiers that he didn't know them or why they were running and couldn't just have stopped them from running. His response angered the soldiers more and they took him to base. The senior officer at the barracks refused to let the soldier keep him at the barracks, so they took him to the police station and reported that he didn't prevent the escape of people they were chasing. The officer at Orili police station moved him alongside other suspects taken to SARS office Ikeja, where he was later charged to court for the offense of armed robbery when he didn't meet up with bail's demand. The family member did their best and got him legal representation. After a while, they no longer afford to pay, so the lawyer withdrew his appearance. Since 2014, he remained in custody, no lawyer representing him until July 2022, when he got Hertford Foundation contact from an inmate and he called to explain his ordain. On Tuesday, just like every other day in which his case had come up for a trial, there was no witness. The prosecution informed the court that they intend to call official witnesses who happen to be the police officer, but they are not familiar with the witnesses and do not have their contact details or means of reaching them. Ola, who has been languishing in prison since 2014, awaiting trial, was immediately released by the court and the charges against him were struck out. Can you imagine? So I'm just walking by. This man was just walking by Ola, and soldiers were pursuing some criminals. And the soldier asked him, "Why didn't you stop those criminals that were running by you?" He said, "How could I have stopped them? There were many. Do you expect me to stop them? Do I even know them?" The soldiers were hungry and took him to their base. Because the senior officer there didn't want him to remain in the soldier custody, he told the boys, "Take him to the police station." They went to the police station and reported him that this man refused to stop criminals. You know what this police did? The police pinned an armed robbery case on this man's head, transferred to SARS, went to court. They couldn't afford court case and money and all the rest. This man spent 8 years in prison. 8 good years behind bars. Until an inmate told him about a certain foundation in Nigeria. That foundation came and rescued this man. When they went to court, no witnesses came. When they informed the police station that brought him, they couldn't even remember the guy. They couldn't even remember his case. No witness, nothing. The court had no option than to struck out the case immediately. 8 years behind bars for doing absolutely nothing. Is it his duty to stop criminals? Is it his duty to run after criminals? Those soldiers now who brought this guy to that police station, to their base, I hope you guys are happy. I bet you they can't even remember this guy's name. That is how wicked people can be. You will cause havoc on people's life without even remembering that you have done a lot of distraction to people. You couldn't even remember. Even the police who tagged armed robbery case on this man, they couldn't even remember him. That is how many people walk about with a lot of sins hanging on their head, a lot of troubles hanging on their head, and yet they pray to God. Keep asking God, where are all those troubles coming from? Who have I offended? But you never knew that you use your job to trap someone's life in prison for 8 years. You even forgot. Ola need to sue the federal government and ask for compensation. That is what Ola need to do. They wasted the 8 years of his life. I've never heard of such things before. Ola need justice.